Hey everybody, welcome back to Game of Tones, episode 11. On a previous episode, I was trying to get something a little bit explorative, but I completely missed the mark, and it came out to be something cool, but not exactly what I was expecting. So we're going to give that a second try again. And I thought about it, and I think that the main reason it came out that way is mainly because I used instruments that were a little bit warm and not as bright. So let me go into Nexus here. I'm a big fan of Nexus. I want to get some plucked sounds. But nothing too high. You know, let me go into the Intrusive Trap. Let's see. Anything good here? Nope. That's pretty nice. But it kind of feels a little bit warmer. Let's see. I want that one thing that's gonna be like synthetic textures. What's this? This feels really good here. I think I can probably start with this, right? I just want to get something to keep it moving. So let's get this going right away. I don't want to stress myself out too much. Let's call it plucked. And set the color. So that sounds like a nice bright blue. Okay. I want something that really feels like you're on an adventure. And I haven't been doing that lately. Always save? I'd never save. Just call that explore for now. We don't want to keep a thing. Okay, so now that I have at least a starting point, I don't want it to be super fast, so we're gonna just duck this tempo down. Maybe like way down actually. I want it to be really like laid back, not too fast. Something that really feels like an adventure, or like you're just taking your time, kind of walking pace, you know, exploring the environments. Let's get some ideas on paper here. This feels really good. Kind of unfamiliar with this scale, but I think, you know, I think I don't want to fight it. So let's just start putting them in before they vanish. So I have a D here. Let's get this velocity a little bit lower. Maybe even, I think I have the right idea, but that's too quick. That feels nice. Nice and evenly paced. But there needs to be resolution. There it is. Let's take a listen here. Nice. Let's put this down a little bit. It feels a little bit brighter to me now. This is like a little bit better for sure. Less heavy. Feels a little bit more magical. So what should I do? I think I should just copy and paste that actually. Let's see. Dun dun. Yep, that's it. That's an A. Let's get that up there. I think that can work. In fact, I think that's solid. So let's actually get that going here. Then that means this area would have to have a swift change as well. Let's take a listen to the whole thing. Uh-oh, did I not extend it? There we go. Nice. This note should be lower. Yeah. We're gonna dip that down. Maybe that could probably be it. Okay, let's listen to that. I'm having a little fun with this at this point. Taking it nice and easy this time. Oh, that feels really cool. So honestly, I'm gonna keep that to repeat itself. This is gonna set it. This takes us to 24 seconds. So the question now becomes, should I add anything in the mix of this, just to add some variations going on here? And I think I have some idea. Let's just say if we wanted to add some quick percussion here, right? I think this pattern is really cool. It feels explorative, but it could feel a little bit empty. Let's go to contact. Alright, so I want to get some kind of filler here. I like these sketches because it helps me get my ideas down without stressing myself out. You know, there's a lot of ways you can kind of take these, but not Studio Drummer. I think that I don't really want to focus too much on things like let's go to damage. I don't want to think about it too much. Basically, I want it to be on autopilot until the skeleton gets created. Let's see. Yeah, something subtle like this, like a nice subtle loop, just to keep us moving here. So if I were to go into here and just say, not too loud. That feels good, kind of like a tribal. Let's see. Let's put that down. I'm not gonna think about it too much. Let's see what that is. A little bit low, right? So maybe up the velocity, and we can also up the volume here. I'm gonna pan to the left a little bit. The nexus, we wanna actually pan to the right. Okay, and let's see. So that is actually fairly long here. So maybe something like this. No, actually, we can just do that. And then, a lot of good options here, actually. I just want something to hold this area here. Slow that down a little bit. Good. And then here, I feel like I can take these and just throw on a little bit something more. Yeah, that feels good. And this is going to be made unique, so it won't really affect the other pattern too much. Let's see how this would turn out. It's kind of a patch job. But the good thing about this is like I can just get this quick outline here. Like I think those plucks are really leading me in the right direction here. And if I'm not mistaken, right, I think at this point, at this measure, even some nice warm textures could come in here, right? Like I'm thinking if that's the case, if we have new drums coming in, go to my favorite. I love working with the warm textures. So I'm gonna go right into my Omnisphere here. Man, it's actually kind of fun. I'm actually like feeling this. It's very rare that I just start working on something and get like a couple of good ideas off the bat. So I think I don't want to make sure that oh, there's a lot going on here. Let's go right down to my favorite, pads and strings. Let's see. Let's get the warm strings here instead of bright. Let's see what happens. That feels good. Let's see. So as of right now, We've got, let's start about here. Getting some ideas on paper is really fun. So it's kind of subtle, but I think that works in a certain way. I think that that sample for the pads and strings may be a little bit too bright. Maybe something a little bit warmer would be cool. Let's put that in. That's that DFA. Okay, let's see. I think let's see. So I want to start about here. I'm really curious on how this one's gonna play out. This should be a little bit lower. And then maybe that does feel good. So then in this second half, same thing. Maybe something, this would be fun, I think. An E. So I'm feeling like I'm walking through like a jungle almost, like just kind of looking for treasure chests and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. This is going to be hopefully for a mobile game coming out soon this year if we have time. It's been kind of crazy on the workflow, but let me see. I'm liking the way this is moving, but something is bothering me. I think it's the pads. I think that string is like a little bit too high. Let's see. It's like, it's nice. I think the chord progression is kind of a little wonky a little bit, but it's getting there. But just something a little bit warm. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, that's it. That feels good. I think at this point here is really where the listener is kind of conditioned already, right? We've got the intro already doing a nice little build up, 24 seconds in. And then we've got like a nice little introduction of some warm elements here. The drums are doing a nice job at holding that nice tempo. And I like how they're like, you know, I don't have to think about them. They're kind of doing their own thing. If I made this unique here and made, maybe took the existing, I kept every value the same, added something a little bit more, right? A little bit more impactful, I guess. Let's see. Basically what I want to do is I want to switch up those synths after this, but I need the drums to do something a little bit more active, just to make sure it's like building, but nothing too hard. Maybe somewhere up here. Yeah, that feels good. And then we could do some of that, right? But this sounds a little bit loud, so I'll turn that down a little bit and copy that. So if I were, this is tricky, right? I hate this part. This is the part where it's like, well, what can I do to vary up these patterns that I've kind of conditioned the player to listening to? All right, well, let's play around with this. I don't know. I want it to be like not vastly different, but just enough to get some more movement happening here. I think that we have something nice. Let's start about right here and see what's going on. Actually, not bad, but something is off. Let's see. So it's feeling kind of right, but like also a little bit wrong. Maybe it's like a little bit too intense and the mystery is a little bit gone. Let me see. This is the tricky parts that I don't like, but let's play with this. There's no rush here. So it's like building. So interestingly enough, I think I'm in the right range there. Hold on, it feels good. Let's get in there and put the idea down. Don't stress it, just put it in. So I was kind of like in this E range again. But I think it's actually even cooler if I actually shorten this down a little bit. So they kind of came in a little bit faster. So I'm right there, but that's a sour note. These are all sour notes. Let's put that down. That feels good. So we're gonna go here. Yeah. But then what comes after that? Maybe? It's feeling really mystical now. Maybe it's a little bit too strong here in the velocity. Lower that down. Let's try. Tricky, but getting there. Let's see. Maybe that might work. That feels really good. I think I can copy that. We're not gonna stress it too much. Right? I think that's looking, or it feels right to me. I don't know why. Because it's coming off of this kind of slow build, right? I think if this works, then this would work as well. I think the only thing I would have to do here, because this part is really picking up in intensity, I would want to clone these patterns, because I think if what I can do is just basically copy and paste everything here, and because these plucks are really high and they're kind of panned to the right, you can see here, if I go into, let's just say I'll call this like a pluck shadow or something, right? So basically I want to take that exact pattern and then paste it under another instrument but pan it to the left. I think that would kind of create this cool stereo effect. But the second instrument, it can be a little, it's got to be, I don't know what the word is, but not bright, well, not too bright, maybe a little bit round. Let's go into the poly sound, maybe. Something that might even work. Let's take a look. We'll just paste that same exact pattern. We're gonna lower the volume a little bit on there, just to keep it a little bit a little bit more weighted. You know, it's coming to the conclusion. You can kind of feel it bubbling up, right? Nice. That's actually really sick. So the way I feel it's working is the pads are gonna really be the key here, because this is like the big like hurrah, right? You get this section down and your song basically writes itself. I think that the pads here might be like the icing on the cake. I don't know what I want to do here, but I think I'm in the key of like a E minor here, so that's gonna be somewhere over here. Right, nice and warm, nice and fluffy. All right, let's see what we got here. And let's play around with this, get some ideas down. This is feeling good already, so I don't want to lose this idea. So it's here. All right, let's put that down. I think I'm gonna add that last G in there. So let's say here. And then a D. Sounds really good, actually. This, I think this is gonna go down here. Maybe. And if that's the case, let's just start from about here. Check it out. And then, oh, yeah, that's nice. Is that a CEG? CEGC? The fun stuff. This feels a lot better to me. The last song I came up with was a little bit too dark. I don't know how that happened, but sometimes you get what you want and sometimes you don't. I think it's just okay to just restart sometimes and just rewire your brain a little bit, get some sleep, drink some water, all that good stuff, exercise. Maybe I was feeling a little bit down. Who knows? But this feels a lot more explorative, a lot more happy, I guess. Let's see. So what goes here? Something has to complete this. Like, it's almost there, right? So coming from here, then something around here, and then here. So maybe the BDF sharp. Let's see. That might be like the nice closer. That's like a dark, let's see. That does feel good. So since this is kind of like the conclusion in a sense, right? Let's take this, copy it over, right? We've got a nice little build up. And we're gonna just add something in this section to kind of finalize it, right? Like, this is it. I'm a big fan of that piano. A little bit of a kind of glass sounding piano sound. Kind of has this sparkle to it. It feels really good. And it kind of puts like a nice sizzle on top of everything. As I look for that, let me play this from the beginning, get some ideas going here. So I'm really feeling this already, because like but the piano's a little bit low, so what I'll do is just turn that to pan right a little bit, shoot out those highs. If I have to lower, I will, but this feels really nice. It kind of just has this ethereal feeling almost. And I'm gonna just not worry about snapping this to the grid. This feels like something that can just free flow on its own, essentially. So let's say right about there. Okay, record, 2, 1. Okay, all right, that feels really, really cool. So I think that might be it. So I'm gonna have to go back and really start tweaking. This is actually kind of cool because this is not a lot going on, but I think when this gets tuned up some more and mixed out the right way and balanced, I think what's gonna happen is the player is gonna be immediately kind of put in this sense of wonder, especially for mobile games. So you've got like this small build up here. Right, you start off on this forest world. You don't know what anything is. You're getting your tutorial section, right? And you jump over here. It's kind of like getting familiar a little bit, but still feeling your way out, which is what I like. Pretty cool. And then slams you with the warmth, like, hey, you're safe here. Everything is cool. Take your time, de-stress. I love game audio. Okay. This could be a little bit cooler here. Yeah, honestly, that feels really good. It has like this meditative feeling. I think this is what I need. I think I might loop it here, or just have it like kind of fade out and then come back to the beginning. But I'm not sure, but this is definitely a nice skeleton to start really working with. Like, I think I may add a nice ending scene to snap it back to the beginning, but this feels really good. I don't know, maybe I could... I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think this could be really cool for some reason. I think these chords could be a little bit tighter, but these feel about right. Maybe a little bit of extra work here, but I think this is really a nice working point. Hopefully I can share that work with you guys soon. I think it's a little bit hush-hush for now, but thanks for tuning in. I always love your comments. This is episode 11, Game of Tones, and that is all for now. Stay safe, guys. Cheers. Happy composing. And ciao.